Good afternoon everyone. Welcome to Pathfinder session, live session for JEE Main 2024, first phase. Just we have completed our first shift, and from our student what we can get feedback about the quality of the paper. We have heard that from them that chemistry paper was a bit easy, maybe the easiest among physics, chemistry and mathematics, and they were giving me some memory-based questions to me, and I am here going to give you a glimpse of that standard of the chemistry paper JEE Main 2024. As much as possible, I am trying my best. So please welcome. And the first question here I am discussing, what is the correct magnetic moment order of three complexes they are giving us. They are asking us Fe, F6, 3 minus, this is one complex, Fe, H2, hexa, aqua, Fe 2 plus, and vanadium H2O whole 6 2 plus. So I think this question can be solved by all students, because we know that the formula for spin only magnetic moment is n into n plus 2. Just if we can use this formula to find out Bohr magnetons, that is spin only, it is n is the number of unpaired electrons, n into n plus 2, and it is Fe 3 plus oxidation state, it is Fe is 2 plus oxidation. 3 plus means we know that it is D6 systems, it is D7 systems, and vanadium, scandium, titanium, vanadium. Vanadium is 4s2 3d3, so 2 plus means it is 3d3 system, so it is D3 system. So very easy questions, we can easily. D6 means there will be, as it is a weak field ligand, so there will be how many unpaired electron? Total n will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4 unpaired electron. In D7 there will be 3 unpaired electron, 4 unpaired electron, and in D3 there will be 3 unpaired electron. So it's a very easy question. And for second question I am going to discuss. They are giving us 4 compounds, organic compounds. They are asking us which is the correct order of acidity: orthonitrophenol, orthomethoxyphenol, and we know that methoxy group is an electron donating group, and paranitrophenol. And paranitrophenol, so this is one of the questions asked by JEE Main, and very obviously this alcohol will be the least acidic because it is aliphatic alcohol. Around pK range is around 16 to 18 as it is. They give, I don't know whether it is propanol or butanol. Most of the time they are less acidic than even alcohol, even water. And nitrophenols, they are acidic more, but most acidic is paranitrophenol, and then comes orthonitrophenol, because nitro group is electron withdrawing group. In orthonitrophenol, though minus I effect is more, but there is intermolecular hydrogen bonding between them. That's why paranitrophenol is most acidic. This is second most acidic, and this is third most acidic, and least acidic is that aliphatic alcohol. So that was a question asked by JEE Main. So here another question here I am trying to discuss is that they are asking which is most basic. A very simple question asked by JEE Main. So they are giving us 4 nitrogenous organic compounds. This is I think pyrrole, and they are giving without the double bond the pyrrole system. This is a very aliphatic base, and their nitrogen sp3 hybridized. This is sp2 hybridized, and that lone pair is involved in resonance. It is aromatic, and they are giving us a third molecule, aniline. There also the lone pair is involved in resonance, and there are diphenyl amine. This is another compound. So there are 4 options. They are asking us very simple question, which is most basic. So very obviously the answer should be this one, because there is no question of resonance participation of this lone pair, but this lone pair is involved in resonance with both the ring. So they are not asking us the order, which is most basic. So it is a very simple question, board standard question asked by JEE Main. And now another question here I am trying to discuss. Hope I am clear to this question. They are asking which is a polar molecule, and my students, they are able to give me only 3 options, not the 4th option, but within these 3 options we are getting the answers. So 4th option is not required at all. Chloroform is Obviously polar. It is non-polar because we know this is a flat molecule and a symmetric molecule, but chloroform is polar. And third option they are giving CCl4. Though it has 4 polar bonds, but due to sp3 hybridization and symmetric geometry, overall mu will be 0 for this molecule. This is also 0. So polar molecule answer should be chloroform. So very simple question from organic. And one inorganic question I am here trying to discuss as informed by my students. Boron, statement 1, statement 2 type question was there. Boron has high melting point, that was given in statement 1, and in statement 2 boron has a strong lattice. So yes, actually boron is a covalent solid, between their crystal covalent bond is there and strong covalent bond to break, we need to provide more energy. That's why, so statement 1, statement 2, I think both the statement were correct, and the statement 2 is the correct explanation of statement 1 if it is written like that only. So I don't know whether they are talking about other bond or actually this is covalent lattice, that's why. And boron's size is very small and that's why boron has a very high melting point. And they are asking a question from chromyl chloride test, inorganic, very common question from practical chemistry, that is the unit 20. I always suggested my students to go through practical book suggested by NCERT, and therefrom they are asking you chromyl chloride test, but not the exact question they are able to provide me. That's why I am not going in detail of the question. JEE Main also asked what is the type of linkage present between two nucleotides. So very easy question, that should be phosphodiesteric linkage, and we know that between two monosaccharide there is glycoside linkage, between two amino acid there is peptide linkage, between two nucleotides there is phosphodiesteric linkage. This is there in biomolecules, very simple question. Another student informed me they were asking about which is the major form of enol form or keto form of the fluorobucinol. I am not able to understand the exact form of the question, but that was there in the paper. So I think this should be the question, whether fluorobucinol will exist in either in keto form or in enol form. Actually in solution it will exist as enol form because this enol is more stable. But from X-ray spectrum we know that this kind of structure is also possible because it reacts with hydroxylamine to give a product. This is a good question, maybe I am not getting in exact form or in detail, but they are asking, if they ask which is the most stable form in solution, then it has to be fluorobucinol, the enol form. And they are asking a question from negative deviation from Raoult's law. I am not aware of the question detail. They are asking a question from chemical kinetics. They are asking the order of the reaction H2 to HI and dissociation H2 plus I2. But that data they were not able to provide me. In integer type of question they are asking the sum of the bond order of CO and NO plus. Very easy question. For CO the bond order is, it is a 14 electron system, bond order is 3. NO plus, this is another 14 electron system, the bond order is again 3. So sum of bond orders should be 3 plus 3, that is 6. Now there is another easy, very easy question asked by JEE Main this year. Which of the following has variable oxidation state? They are giving 4 halogens in the options and it is nothing but fluorine. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine was there in the answers, but fluorine has to be the answer. They are asking you the electronic configuration of the element having atomic number 60, and this is neodymium, and I think it is not an exceptional something. So just if we know the correct order of 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10, 4p6, 5s2, 4d10, 5p6, 6s2, I think it is 56, and they are talking about 60, okay. 4f, then comes 6s2, 4f4, yes, 4f4, 6s2, that should be the correct answer. So that should be given in the correct option, obviously. So overall that paper, what I found that is very easy this year as compared to previous year. And they are also asking you chromyl chloride test. So there was a IUPAC name they were not able to provide, but that was I think cyclohexane and some alkyl substituent was there. They are not able to give me the exact questions. So anyway, best of luck to all my students, to all of you. Now our mathematics Sir Shurab Tabazat sir is going to discuss you some glimpse of the mathematics question paper. Thank you all.
Good afternoon everybody. Welcome to this live session of mathematics question paper discussion of JEE Mains. This was the first day of JEE Mains 2024, first session question that we are going to discuss. Of course, we have got these inputs from our students. These are all memory based questions that they have given us. In mathematics, you are already aware of this fact that if we don't have the exact data, it's very problematic to say anything. Hence, we will just limit ourselves onto the types of the problems and also the topics from which these questions were given. So, as per the students, there were problems from relation. In relation, they were asked different types of relations. As you already must be knowing, types of relations, that means symmetric, transitive, all those types of relations they were to say. Again, in functions, they have asked you whether it was 1, 1 or on 2 or many 1 or into functions. We did not get any details of the problems, that's why we can't discuss anything further on that. In sequence series, they have asked problems from arithmetic progression, that means AP. They were given 2 APs and of course the number of terms were different. Since number of terms were different, they were asking you how many common terms were there. How many common terms were there, that was asked. Again, in vectors, what they asked was, there was a straight line given and there was another straight line given, and on that a specific point was there, and from that point the distance of this line along a given vector was being asked. Okay, that was in vector. Again, going into 3D geometry, distance between two skew lines, that means the shortest distance between two skew lines, as you already must be knowing that two straight lines in plane in a specific space who don't actually intersect, in that case what is the shortest distance between them, that was asked. Again, from differential equation, I'll just rub it. From differential equation, they asked problems from variable separable form, that is one of the very basic forms. As per the students, as they mentioned, that it was a moderate to tough question in mathematics, but of course calculations was pretty lengthy, that's why they have taken quite a long time to solve those. Apart from variable separable, they have also given us inputs that certain equations were given where dy dx is equal to a function divided by another function was given. Of course, it was given in such a way so that it can be made down to homogeneous form. Homogeneous form. Okay. In integration also, 2 problems have been given. I was told that both were from definite integral, and in definite integral it was very interesting to know that there was a problem which was from mixed concepts. Mixed concepts means, as the student reported me, 3 coordinates were given, 3 vertices were given of a triangle, and they told that the orthocenter, as you already know that orthocenter is nothing but where the altitudes meet. So the orthocenter was asked, and the orthocenter coordinates were given as a, b, and certain integrations were given whose limits, whose lower and upper limits were given as a and b. So the student needs to find out the orthocenter. You can find it out by using pretty simple coordinate geometry techniques, and from there find the lower and upper limit and do the respective integration. So that was from integral calculus. In matrix and determinants, they have told me that it was a certain matrix was given whose determinant was coming as unity, whose determinant was coming as 1, and they have actually given problems of this form that S1 and S2, two separate statements were given, and they were asking whether both the statements are correct, or statement S1 is correct, S2 is false. So these type of problems were given. So that is not exactly assertion and reasoning, I would say, but they actually want the student to do both the problems S1 and S2 within a single question. In binomial theorem, as they have reported, in binomial theorem, there was no direct question from binomial coefficients, but in binomial theorem they asked problems based on sum of coefficients. Remember, that is not binomial coefficients. Had it been binomial coefficients, it would have been 2 to the power n. But ये लोग पूछ रहे थे what was the sum of the coefficients. And also they have told me that problems from ellipse was given. Certain problems from ellipse was given where a certain point was given and a chord was getting bisected at this point. A chord was getting bisected at this point, as you already must be knowing that these type of problems can be done by using the form t equal to S1. So in that way we can find the equation of this specific chord which gets bisected at a given point, and from there they were asking what is the length of the chord. So this can be easily found out because we can solve these equations, or since I haven't seen the question myself, maybe there can be easier approaches to this possible. Okay. Again, I was also told that questions were asked from limit. Those were pretty straightforward questions. In limit, a certain limit was given which was of 0 by 0 form, and it was possible to be done by using just factorization only. That student reported me that they did not use L'Hopital for that. There was alternative techniques for that as well. So that sounds pretty straightforward to me. So as reported, these are the questions that I have till now got from first phase JEE Mains day 1 first shift. Okay, so we will keep an eye on the second shift as well, and we will be actually analyzing what are the problems that come through. I'll just invite next for our physics question paper analysis our HOD Avinash Tiwari sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are here to discuss the first shift paper of JEE Main of physics. As अभी तक जितना मैंने स्टूडेंट से बात किया है, लगभग 20 से 25 स्टूडेंट से मैंने बात किया है और उनका ये रिमार्क रहा है कि पेपर वाज वेरी इजी एंड वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग 20 क्वेश्चंस वेरी इजी एंड 5 क्वेश्चंस मे बी समहाउ ऑप्शंस में कुछ प्रॉब्लम. दूसरा बात जो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है कि मैंने एक क्वेरी किया स्टूडेंट से कि क्वेश्चंस कैसे थे, क्या पहले 2000 जो 19 वाले PYQ थे क्या उस पे बेस थे. तो स्टूडेंट ने बोला नहीं सर बिल्कुल एकदम ऐसा नहीं था, वो जो क्वेश्चंस थे वो सारे के सारे फॉर्मूला बेस्ड थे. तो ऑब्वियसली फॉर्मूला बेस्ड जस्ट कैलकुलेशन था, मैनिपुलेशंस ऑफ द फॉर्मूलाज था, रेशियोज था, तो बहुत कुछ पेपर में था नहीं. और दूसरा चीज मैंने जो बात किया स्टूडेंट से कि क्या जो सिलेबस डिलीट था क्या वो सिलेबस को इंक्लूड किया गया है पेपर पे, जैसे कि रेडियो एक्टिविटी नहीं था, जेई ने मेंशन नहीं किया था, डॉपलर इफेक्ट को मेंशन नहीं किया गया था इन साउंड. तो क्या इससे क्वेश्चंस आए थे? तो स्टूडेंट ने कहा कि सर क्वेश्चन इससे नहीं था. फिर मैंने पूछा कि मॉडर्न फिजिक्स का कैसा वेटेज था. तो जैसे पिछले साल रहा था, पिछले साल के जो शिफ्ट में जो एग्जाम्स हुए थे जैसा था एकदम वैसा का वैसा ही इस साल भी था मॉडर्न फिजिक्स का. जैसे एटॉमिक फिजिक्स से क्वेश्चंस थे, फोटो इलेक्ट्रिक से क्वेश्चन नहीं था, बट वी एक्सपेक्ट क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम दैट. एंड वन ऑफ द मोर क्वेरीज अबाउट द एक्स-रेज, बिकॉज एक्स-रेज एक ऐसा चैप्टर है जिसमें आईआईटी के सिलेबस में मेंशन है बट जेईई मेन में मेंशन नहीं है और आपका नीट में भी मेंशन नहीं था लास्ट ईयर. बट उससे नीट ने क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया था वो कट ऑफ वेवलेंथ के लिए. तो मैंने पूछा कि क्या एक्सरे से क्वेश्चन था, तो अभी पहले शिफ्ट में तो उससे क्वेश्चन नहीं था. ठीक है, तो बेसिक क्वेश्चन से जैसे कि अगर पहला चैप्टर यूनिट एंड डायमेंशन की बात करें तो प्लैंक कांस्टेंट का किससे डायमेंशन मैच होगा, एग्जैक्टली आई एम नॉट गेटिंग द क्वेश्चंस, सो दैट मतलब सारे के सारे टॉपिक से आपके क्वेश्चंस टच किए गए थे और फॉर्मूला वाइज किए गए थे. जैसे कैपेसिटर में तुम लोग इतने सारे सर्किट पढ़ते हो बट बहुत बेसिक से एक बैटरी लगा दिया था और एक कैपेसिटर दे दिया था, चार्ज वगैरह का पूछ लिया था. और ग्रेविटेशन से वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन था, एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी का क्वेश्चन था कि जी डेप्थ के साथ कैसे वैरी करता है. तो बहुत इजी क्वेश्चंस हमने जो भी डिस्कस किया, तो उसके लिए मैंने क्वेश्चंस को यहाँ लेने का जरूरत नहीं है. एक जेनर डायोड से क्वेश्चन था सेमीकंडक्टर से, जैसे ट्रांजिस्टर का पार्ट जो था वो तो हटा दिया था. तो क्या एक्सपेक्ट करते थे कि ट्रांजिस्टर पूछ सकता है? नहीं पूछता, वो तो पहले भी नहीं पूछा था, पिछले साल भी. इस बार जैसे जेनर डायोड से एक सिंपल क्वेश्चन था कि जेनर डायोड कौन सा बायस में है. ठीक है, वो बस कंफ्यूजन का था, मतलब कंफ्यूज करने के लिए क्वेश्चन था. ये जेनर डायोड है और ये कौन सा बायस्ड है. जैसे ये वोल्टेज दे दिया, suppose this is plus or this is minus, suppose this is 20 volt and this is 10 volt, anyone can say this. ठीक है, ये तो बहुत आसान सा क्वेश्चन हो गया कि कौन सा बायस में क्वेश्चन ये है. ठीक है, ये कौन सा बायस होगा, ये 20 वोल्ट और ये 10 वोल्ट, मतलब n साइड इज कनेक्टेड टू n and p साइड इज कनेक्टेड टू हाई. ठीक है, तो ये कौन सा आएगा, ये तो फॉरवर्ड में हो गया, रिवर्स में नहीं आएगा. ठीक, बहुत इजी क्वेश्चन से और एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि टोटल अगर हम बात करें तो जैसे और भी एक क्वेश्चन है कि इंड्यूस फैराडे लॉ से इस फॉर्मूले पे बेस था, जस्ट चेंज इन फ्लक्स था, टाइम गिवन था. ठीक है, अब प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है इस सब क्वेश्चंस में कि समटाइम्स हम लोग क्या करते हैं कि सिर्फ मैग्नीट्यूड याद रखते हैं, ये माइनस साइन को भूल जाते हैं. तो उन्होंने ऑप्शंस ऐसा क्रिएट किया था कि सेम वैल्यू के साथ प्लस भी था और माइनस भी था, तो हम इसको भी कंसीडर करेंगे. ठीक है, ऐसे ही क्वेश्चन से बहुत इजी क्वेश्चन से, और वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग 20 क्वेश्चंस इज वेरी इजी फ्रॉम each it has covered each part in 20 questions. उन्होंने सारे पार्ट को कवर कर दिया है। जैसे यूनिट एंड डायमेंशन बोला, फोर्स बोला। हाँ, बहुत लोग का क्वेश्चन ये होगा कि रोटेशन का वेटेज क्या रहा सर, रोटेशन पे तो बहुत लोग बात किया करते हैं कि रोटेशन का वेटेज क्या जाएगा। तो मैं पहले भी बात करता था कि जेईई मेन में इस पे ज्यादा एक्सपेक्टेशन नहीं है। इस पे मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया अगर पूछ लेता है तो ये बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन बन जाता है रोटेशन का, ठीक है। उनके लिए मतलब ऐसा लगता है कि हम रोटेशन बहुत करके गए, रोटेशन से क्वेश्चन हमें देखने को नहीं मिलता है। तो जेईई मेन हमेशा ऐसा रोटेशन में ज्यादा क्वेश्चन नहीं देता। सेंटर ऑफ मास से कंजर्वेशन ऑफ लीनियर मोमेंटम से क्वेश्चन था, मोमेंटम और काइनेटिक एनर्जी का कुछ रिलेशन करके ऐसा क्वेश्चन था। तो बहुत इजी ओवरऑल पेपर था एंड वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग दैट फिजिक्स कट ऑफ विल बी हाई फॉर दिस सेशन। इट विल बी वेरी आई थिंक सो कि ये बहुत इजी है और सारे क्वेश्चंस तो मैंने तुम्हें बता दिए, ग्रेविटेशन सारे टॉपिक्स को उन्होंने टच किया था, ठीक है। सो फॉर द नेक्स्ट कमिंग जो शिफ्ट है, जो एग्जाम होने वाले हैं, उनको मतलब ये बताना चाहूंगा उन स्टूडेंट्स को कि जस्ट गो थ्रू ऑल द टॉपिक्स, जस्ट फॉर्मूला एंड बी कूल एंड बी रिलैक्स। मतलब क्वेश्चन ऐसे नहीं आएंगे कि आपको पैनिक होने की बहुत ज्यादा जरूरत है। सो वी आर कंक्लूडिंग हियर and all the best for next